Welcome back to Numbers on the Board.
Numbers on the board, yes!
We here, fellas. Another classic Tuesday episode loading up. Be sure to leave a like. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to check out the Enjoy Basketball Hour Monday through Friday on Peacock at 12 o'clock Eastern Time. Or check it out again later at 6 o'clock Eastern Time. Or subscribe to this YouTube channel where we drop the content here.
You got options, baby.
A lot of content going a lot of different places.
Whoa.
We pumping it out, baby.
We are pumping out a lot of content on every platform. Every platform that content can be created on, we have created content on that platform.
Not
Except
every.
Facebook.
Facebook is a bottom tier, so yeah, except
I
for
can
Facebook.
think of some
There
place
is a
we ain't
Numbers
put
on
no
the Board
content out.
Facebook account. That's not us.
It's not us, but like it's out there.
Well, when they find out about your OF, they gonna know we really getting all that content.
Oh, we are definitely getting out all the type. Any type of bag that's to be made, I'm in.
It's
that.
just not under Darrick Miller.
No,
No, you got to find it.
You gotta
no,
find
no,
it.
Which is
yeah,
crazy that they haven't because you're in the
find
top 0.1%.
Uh-huh.
You're making a lot of
I'm gonna
bread
give them the
over
hint. Start with Big Sexy.
there.
It's just like an OF name, ain't it?
Yeah,
and
makes sense.
it's a menu of a lot of cake.
It definitely is.
That boy,
Cake for days, baby.
Cake for days. Golly.
nothing but cake.
Oh, that's how they got the. That's how they got the name.
How we feeling over there, Mike? I know you got that drop the mic.
I do.
You be
I
waiting for
do.
somebody to tee you up, I guess.
Is that a Christmas sweater? I'm loving the Christmas sweater vibes.
That could be.
Christmas
know if-
sweater wouldn't be that color, would it be?
Yeah, I don't. Christmas sweaters are different colors.
Red and green, though, right? I've never seen.
No, it can be all around.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, it could pass for either or.
It's Mike vibes, though.
I wanted to ask y'all if the Thunder absorbed the Pacers record, which I believe is 1-13, would you still bet money on them to win 60 games? Meaning they had 68 games left.
The Thunder?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they have to go 60-8.
Yes.
Yeah, I would do it.
59, I guess, if they have the one win.
Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah, I guess so.
And they're fully healthy, right?
I mean, they're winning games now.
Yeah,
they're
not-
still
yeah,
winning
they're
games.
not
now.
healthy,
I'm
but-
gonna say that. I mean, they're gonna get J-Dub, and hopefully Chet can be a little bit more consistently. on
If
the
Shai
floor.
ain't playing these fourth quarters and they like this, then I'm gonna have to say yeah.
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 Their team is so crazy. Like, I feel like we talk about them every podcast, and even when we don't, it's just like we just know how good they are. But this team is absurdly.
Because I don't
just
really
dumb.
see a world where they lose a lot of games in a row.
Especially
If
if
they
they're really.
lose 2 games in a row, be like, the sky's falling.
Yeah.
It's just not something that they do. But no, I did a segment on small ball about the Thunder. It's just a 10-minute segment, nothing too crazy. And boy, that was the first time I talked about the Thunder on small ball all season long. I don't know how I still get captioned as a OKC Glazer. If I'm looking at the games, I'm watching the games, and I'm using the eye test and I'm using the analytics to say, hey, this OKC team defense is amazing. That's glazing.
If
It
you
is
ain't
amazing.
glazing, you hating. So I mean, there is no really. In
I've
between.
never seen a defense was like they can cancel somebody out. They make players just play way below their limits. Or
I'm
like
watching
what we
them play the Pelicans, and the Pelicans just look like they had to think out there.
Did y'all even think that Shai would play in that fourth quarter? Like going into this,
I
I looked
never
at that game, I was like,
expected him to
Shai
ever
probably not
Yeah,
playing
he
in
was.
that fourth.
I knew he wasn't playing. Especially, he had a drive to the basket where he went up and he fell on the floor.
How
And
was
I
that Nets
like,
Wizards game?
The what?
Nets
He
Wizards game.
didn't accept the challenge.
So you didn't get the free 100?
That was the
Nah.
freest money of all
I
time.
would-
Man,
People were hitting me up on Twitter like, I'll do it.
I would have been lying. I would have been taking pictures of me on my couch with that on the big
I asked
screen.
because he tweeted about it like he was about to watch it.
I would have been lying.
What did I tweet about it?
Who was about to get their second win?
That went
I tweet-
viral, by the way,
yeah,
too.
It did.
It did.
It went viral?
Yeah, they had a bunch of likes
the
on
hell?
it.
You never know, right?
Well,
that's a-
anytime it's like the battle of the ass, it's always an intriguing
Everybody loves
conversation.
that. Yeah.
And people was putting in their bet, they talking points of who they thought was gonna win. And they was some people saying that,
Hey.
some was saying Wizards.
You want to know how unlocked in I was to that game? I literally don't know who won it.
You could have watched
the
that
next
and
one.
just told him keep it for that fish.
Yeah, it's true.
I thought I seen something where the Wizards, maybe it's like a player only meeting or something. They came together after this loss to the Nets. And they like
We can't be this bad now.
Well, Michael Porter Jr. single-handedly won in that game. I
Hey.
guess Michael Porter Jr. is good enough to win you
that boy.
a game against the Wizards.
hey.
Is he a trade candidate? I know that's not.
No,
what he's
you know what's
supposed to
funny? I actually hate watching. I enjoy watching him with the Nets, but I hate that he's on the Nets because his contract is so big that it's kind of hard for a contending team to trade for him.
Mhm.
So, like, I want him to get traded. Like, I really want to
Hey,
see him in a different
I
situation.
got it.
What's
Trading for Terry Rozier's contract.
Oh, he'll go over there and light it up.
Oh man.
Did we
That's
find
it.
that up there? That's like they can really do that.
They
yet?
can trade it. They
Okay.
can trade it.
Oh, that's then hell yeah.
For real.
Hell
he'll
yeah.
He'll go over there.
I wonder what
And-
draft
and-
compensation you got to attach for that.
Yeah, that's fair.
And women is his vice. Is his vice. And you
He
send
goes
him
to
to Miami.
Miami?
That actually may be a detriment to him.
Miami Vice.
Miami Mice.
Oh.
Miami.
Got a new meaning. And like I said a few episodes ago, don't know how many people been to Miami, but it's one of my favorite places for dessert. The options of cakes, the type of cakes
The nothing
that
but
they
cakes.
have. They have nothing but cakes. They have pound cake. They got German chocolate cake. They got red velvet cake. They got cupcakes filled with cream. They have all type of cakes.
Is it do it yourself?
Strawberry shortcake? Huh?
Is it do it yourself?
Yeah, I've created some cakes. You know what I mean? I'm not as good because I'm a Chicagoan. We specialize in other type of things, but Miami has it on lock when you talk about dessert options, specifically cakes.
I like that.
You're a big pound cake guy yourself,
I love a good pound cake.
so you know.
I like to.
I'm more of the
pound cake.
cheesecake type of guy, especially with
More
some
of a cheesecake?
strawberries. I'm not a big cake guy.
I'll never forget we went to Miami as a group, and we had one of our homies out there with us. I didn't realize he had a phobia of cake. He was scared of cake.
Oh yeah.
He ran away from all the cake that we put out on the table, and he
And they
came
call
late to
that-
the function, and we said, "Hey, you can have a whole table full of cake." And we came back, and he never touched the cake.
They call that nothing but cake phobia.
Yeah, I was. Anyways,
To OKC's point, they have 15 games this season. The league average in points per game is 117. How many times have they allowed a team to drop league average 117?
Probably twice.
Yeah.
They
'cause I'm
haven't let
thinking
a
about
team
the
do it this
game
year.
Against,
they haven't let a team do it this year. There's once.
I'm talking about the game. The one game they lost is the game I'm thinking about.
You'd be correct. It's been 3 times.
Oh, is
The
it
one
3
game they
times?
lost against the Trailblazers, and then the 2 double overtime games to start
Oh,
the season.
duh.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
the only
duh.
time
Double
they've let an
overtime.
opposing
Yeah.
team have the league average in points.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
You don't go to double overtime and not hit 117.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
unless it's 2002. Double overtime is 98 to 96.
Oh, that also is a thing. Because out of the best defense of all time, I got the utmost amount of respect for that Detroit Pistons team that won a championship.
Yeah.
It's probably the best defense I've ever seen until this point. And I made that point. It's like OKC's rivaling that team defensively. And it's like, well, Kenny, man, Detroit held a team in the playoffs to 70 points.
It's a completely
I
different
mean, it
era.
was 2004.
Yeah.
It
Offenses
was
are-
2004. They
offenses are
held them to
completely
70,
different.
and they scored 81.
Yeah.
Like, it's not,
Oh my goodness.
if you hold a team to 70 today, whoever was on the team, y'all share DPOY for the year.
Yeah.
Just 70 points. Larry
got-
Marketing
we
might
got
get
some
that in 2 quarters.
Some teams score 70 and a half now.
Easily.
We got to be better,
Easily.
bro. We really do have to be better.
I'm thinking about just like future wise. How many players could they have on an all NBA defensive team? Because like first of all, we know Dort can make it. Chet can make it. J Dub can make it.
Caruso could make it.
Caruso could make it. Kason Wallace he might be on
I mean,
the back end, but
with
like
all
they
those
have
guys
all
being able to make it, they not all gonna make
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, honestly speaking,
They'll get 2 max.
they could potentially get 3.
65 games don't
On
matter
one
for
team
that.
or across 2 teams?
No, across 2.
Oh,
No,
65
one team.
games
I don't think you can have
matter.
Ain't no way you have 5. The whole all NBA defense
Yeah.
team is just one team.
yeah.
If it was one though, it could be this one.
Actually, I think it does. Now that I think about it, Derek.
What?
Yeah, why would they switch it just
Yeah,
for
I'm
defensive
tripping.
team? He said the 65 game qualification didn't count for the all defense.
So they may mess around and only get 1 because everybody's gonna be
Oh,
in
they're
that
missing so much
lineup.
time.
Because yeah, Wemby didn't make all defensive.
I think it didn't matter for the rookie team, right?
It does not matter for rookie team.
Yeah,
That's
the
what I'm
rookie
thinking
team is
about.
the one that don't
You can
matter.
play 7 games. If you drop 60 a game, you can make it. If
ain't
the
mad
draft
at
class is right. But yeah, shout out to the OKC Thunder, man. Between them and then the Denver Nuggets, and I guess we got to mention the Houston Rockets because they've been playing great basketball. That Western Conference top end is insane.
Hey man, let's get right to it. I don't want to waste no more time. We're gonna do cap or no cap,
It's back for the first time of the 2025-2026 season.
and I got a bunch. Some of these y'all fly through, but some of these are real talky points. Like this gonna carry us through the rest of the show.
Let's talk, baby.
The first one I got: Detroit Pistons have a chance to come out of the Eastern Conference.
No cap.
Cap or no cap.
No
We
cap.
see how they playing. They streaking. They on the top of the Eastern Conference right now. They winning games without Cade Cunningham. They winning games with Cade Cunningham. I had a guy on my show tell me that Cade Cunningham was as good as Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, I looked at him as a damn fool. I kept my composure, though, because that is TV.
He is a fool for that statement.
One of the things he said, though, and the reason I hate watching it back, because it gained some traction, is I love Cade. One thing about it, I love me some Cade Cunningham. But I think when we do that in our space and on our sport with media, it creates a lane for people to dislike a player because you're doing too much.
Yeah.
Yes, we have to find ways to communicate and say a player is good without being like asinine.
I'm perfectly fine with just separating the players.
But one of the things, the reason I said that is because in that conversation, I was telling my guy, it was Combo, that like if you're having this doing less with more theory that you're obsessed with, your MVP has to be Giannis. Because hell, as much as I love Cade, that Jalen Duren guy playing at a different level. And it's funny last night because he said, well,
Jalen Duren doing it because of Cade Cunningham.
Cade Cunningham, make him be better. And then it's like Jalen Duren watched it and was like, oh,
I bet.
that's what you think? And so,
Has he size up mid-range jumper for you?
They at that point as a team where like Jenkins is coming in and doing this thing. Cade ain't playing. Duren didn't play in a game and they still won. Cade's still sitting out, and now Darrick can go have 30 and 15. Like, when you winning games like that, even on nights where you're kind of saying as a team, like, yeah, we're going to rest for the betterment of the team for the long haul, and you kind of figuring you might not win and you still winning, those are signs of a great team. That's what's making me ask y'all, can the Pistons come out? Or is it just a hot stretch and they still a little time away?
I would go no cap for it.
Okay.
I'm not saying they're like a definitive answer to come out the East, but I look at the qualities on their team. They have an all-NBA MVP caliber guy with Cade. They have the rising star with Jalen Duren. And just overall, the team is really good just like cohesively on the defensive end, which I think they can give them an edge to a lot of teams, I think, in the Eastern Conference, especially with the size that they have. You see a lot of teams struggling with it. I would think they have a chance just because, again, they can not only keep this momentum going, but I think they continue to get better once Cade comes back.
Yeah, I definitely think there's a chance. So I have to, by default, go no cap. I don't think it's a really high chance, and that's okay, right? It's okay for them not to be in that tier one. I'm really excited about the season that they're having. I want to see them. You only can beat the team in front of you, and they've been able to do that. I want to see them when they get into like some of these really good teams. Hopefully, Cade Cunningham is back and completely healthy for those matchups and stuff. But they're doing what they're supposed to do, right? If you are in a tier above a Chicago Bulls team, then you should smack down on the Chicago Bulls team, even though they missed everybody in that game and still ended up winning. The progression of a team to be able to take care of the teams beneath you is so underrated. Because even if you are struggling against the top end teams, you can say, hey, we just banked 46 wins against teams worse
than us. What the Knicks did last year.
What the Knicks did.
Conference finals.
Exactly. So it's definitely possible. I wouldn't bet money on it yet because I do think there's maybe a move or two to go. And it's just a matter of like, will they do it or what time will they do it? But I really love watching this team play.
That's my favorite part about this team is that they're doing it without pushing the chips in the middle of the table. Like we've seen Orlando, Atlanta. We've seen a bunch of teams.
I think even for the top end talent, like the Cavs, they seem a little, it's early, but they seem a little vulnerable.
So to have the
Knicks
success without
vulnerable.
making that move, you take this for as far as you can go and really assess this group. And then once you do make that move, it could put you in a position where you take a big, big jump and you are in contention now. You know, that's every team's dream is to be that one move away and then boom, snap, and now you're playing for something more. So
could be that conference finals run.
It could be.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go no cap. I just think when you have Cade Cunningham and he's playing at this level and of his ability to make guys around him better, I think just defensively also, like their ability to just stop you and them being a number 2 defense behind Isaiah Stewart, Jalen Duren, and Sar Thompson, and even without those guys being there, they still have a good defense. So you could tell that it's a team thing and it's not just certain guys doing it. And you also just found some depth with Dennis Jenkins. Now that when Cade is out the game, you now have a point guard who we just seeing now feel comfortable running the show when Cade isn't in the game.
Yeah,
so
I also haven't seen a game where they just like they're getting out rebounded on the glass. They're always a team that's being the aggressor on the glass.
Shout out to Jalen Duren and Beef Stew for holding down that paint, man. I love to see the big fellas hold down the paint.
They have a level of toughness that translates to postseason basketball.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis' next team is the Chicago Bulls. Cap or no cap?
No cap. I just think when you're looking at all the teams who would potentially trade, they would have to give up something very important. I think the Bulls have the ability to trade for Anthony Davis without giving up anything that's extremely important to the franchise.
You think that Michael Finley would accept the trade without getting something significant back for Anthony Davis?
I think one thing for him that might be intriguing is a draft pick or so.
What, as a Bulls fan, what draft pick or draft picks are you okay with giving up? Would you give up your own 2026 in order to acquire Anthony Davis?
I would probably do the
It has to be a future one.
The Portland Trailblazers one, or either a future one. But on that one, I would probably make it like top 5 protected.
I always feel weird about giving up my pick for this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially with this draft class that's coming in.
And with the player that you're acquiring who may not play more than 5 games after you trade for him.
So I would say that's why I said I would go for a future one if you do have, I guess, like a Blazer one, or if you have another team's pick, I would go for that one.
They had the report that Anthony Davis and Patrick Dumont, the owner of the team, the governor of the team, have a really good relationship since they traded for him. And some people interpreted that as like, well, that means they probably won't trade him because they're homies. I think it's more likely that they do trade him to a team. And if you are Anthony Davis, this is a genuine question. If you are Anthony Davis, would you want to go play with a Bulls team that may be up and coming? We still don't know, 5-game losing streak, but then beat up on the Denver Nuggets last night. Who the hell knows what they are as a team? Would you take your shot there to go home and play for a Bulls team that we're not completely sure of? Or would you, if you're Anthony Davis, to be like, well, Kyrie going to be back next season. Cooper Flagg's been looking good. I guess I'll just kind of stick around and see if next season can be our year.
I think I'll have to also have a conversation with Kyrie on if Kyrie feels like being here. Like, is Kyrie also 1 foot out the door?
No.
If so, then I would probably be like, yeah, I'm out.
Well, I think Anthony Davis can't afford to do that. He can't afford to sit around waiting what Kyrie's going to do. I think Kyrie is in a different boat. Kyrie's been there longer. And I think Kyrie has a different impact on that team. I don't think he has an option. I think the Mavericks are going to look at Anthony Davis and they're going to look around and look at the Bulls and say, man, could I get an IO? Could I get a Kobe White? Could I get the Blazers pick? And if I can, what the fuck am I sitting around holding on to Anthony Davis for? He's not, you know what I mean? Like, and we get to wash our hands from the Nico Harrison thing, but it only makes sense for them to move on if they're able to get a young player, expiring money, and a pick. Like, if you're able to go around these teams and get that for Anthony Davis, I think they have to. And at that point, if I'm Anthony Davis, I want to go somewhere that makes sense for me, and I think home is that. Home is that. The Chicago Bulls are going to bring him in with open arms. It won't be this expectation. I think the last few stops he's had has had astronomical expectations. Obviously, the Lakers had him under the microscope, and then once they won it and he was struggling to stay healthy, it became a trending topic. You get traded for Luka Doncic. That makes the expectation. So to just go home and just be Anthony Davis for a while sounds like something that's up his alley.
Just don't wear that damn Jordan Love jersey to the arena.
But you know he's going to do that.
We not rocking with that
He wore that in Dallas. Like, those are 2 places you can't wear Jordan Love. You can't wear it when you're in Cowboys Nation. You can't wear it in Chicago.
That lets you know he's going to wear it in Chicago.
That's crazy.
I think Caleb going to make him fall in love, though.
I don't think I mean,
He's a Packers fan.
he's just a Packers fan, man. And I can't blame him because we were coming up. It's not like the Bears was winning anything and they was winning stuff. But it's something. It's something to look. You got to bat your eye at a Chicagoan that's
It's
a
a
Packer
little
fan.
off.
I was on my way to the store the other day. This was 2 weeks ago. And I saw a Packers fan just walking in one of those big ass like Snuggies, but it was Packers theme. He had a Packers hat. I'm like, where do you get off? Who do you think you are? Like, we're not in the city. We're in the suburbs of Chicago. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing. But it's like, really, right now?
I told you I went to DraftKings on Sunday, and it's right next to Wrigleyville, or it's right next to Wrigley, so everybody has got like the Cub stuff on. But I had my Sox hat, and I felt good. I felt good in there.
I saw you,
You had a Sox hat on. Shout out to you, boy.
standing tall.
Okay. Now, if they would have tried to fight, was you gonna take the hat
They
off?
weren't on nothing, man. They weren't on nothing.
Okay.
They went on nothing?
If they was, but you was down for it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. Shout out.
Zion
to
will play 50 games this season, cap or no cap.
Cap.
Cap. I just think also for the franchise.
And how do you feel about that?
I mean, I don't feel good about it. I love seeing Zion play basketball. When he was playing pretty good.
Well, no, I know you don't feel good about him being hurt, but like, what are your thoughts? Like,
Well, I just think-
what's this, the 4th or 5th year now?
Yeah, it is. And I just think, I've been saying a change of scenery might be good for Zion. I think it would be good to see him somewhere new because I just think that maybe it's just not working out in New Orleans.
Being in a different uniform gonna make him healthy all of a sudden?
No, I just think
They sitting
sometimes
on my gumbo.
when some shit ain't working, You just got to move away from the shit, and maybe shit just start getting better.
Damn, he
And, like,
shit now?
What if you the shit?
I don't think. Maybe he is. I don't know.
I'm not saying
Yeah,
he is,
no.
but
I
I'm
don't-
saying it's
yeah.
hard to look at the situation and say that they the problem. Is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
it is, but it's also like there's a trend. Players go there and they get hurt.
I'm gonna say no cap to your original question. I think. Wait. What
It
you
was
say?
the 50 games thing.
Will he play 50 games?
Yeah, and I said cap.
Cap. He will not. He will not play 50 games.
And also
Um,
for the franchise, if we not good, it's also damaging the asset by putting him out there and risking him getting hurt even more. And even though if we plan on
I can see
trading
that
him,
both ways though, because
I
how
disagree.
low is his value right now? It's probably tanked.
but I don't think playing him increases it.
If
Well,
he,
maybe.
if
If
he
he's
has a
playing,
10-game
yeah.
stretch, he plays all 10, and he's averaging 26 and 6 and 6, you're like, oh yeah.
I mean, he can, but also I think realistically, Zion.
let's just break this down.
But no, listen.
Okay,
listen.
I'm gonna listen.
But like his track record
You just
shows.
said some asinine shit, but I'm
No,
listening.
I didn't. But his track record shows that he's not healthy, and based on that, I'm not going to give you valuable assets for a guy who I know I'm trading for. Historically, hasn't been healthy.
So that
like
means-
his thing is already cemented.
So that means he needs to get on a court and show why he is worth investing in.
But also in the back of my mind, if I'm a GM or owner potentially trading for him, I also know the risk I'm taking of trading him. So now I have the leverage of telling you that. So I'm not going to give you anything significant for him
So
I just don't
how
see
does
a
that go
world-
back to your point of him not playing, being more beneficial?
because I think it just hurts him even more if he is out
I've
there.
ne-
So what are you
Never-
I don't
supposed to
know
fucking
about
do?
that.
Nobody will ever say playing basketball is going to hurt your trade value.
What are you supposed to do then?
No, I said if he goes out there and gets hurt, will hurt his trade
Well,
value.
that's
Yeah.
any player in the
Luka
game.
can tweak his ankle, that's going to hurt his trade
But
value.
for a guy that's not on the court, how is he ever going to have any value?
Because I think historically his trend is that he's not going to be on the court, so his value is already going to be low regardless.
So what do you
I
do
can
then?
agree with
I'm
a
so
little bit.
confused. What is your
So let's hold him out so we can trade him for bones right now? Is that what you're saying?
I feel like whenever you do trade him, you're pretty much going to trade him for bones no matter what.
But you don't see that there could be upside to playing him?
No, I slightly, yeah, if you want to just see him on the court, but like realistically, the team just isn't competing for anything.
I see.
But what does that mean though?
Is that you're putting your one valuable asset at
We just agreed that he's not valuable right now.
Yeah. Your slightly valuable asset in Zion.
Uh-huh.
You put him out there, and let's say he just has a career season-ending injury.
Okay.
Now
Where'd that come from?
he's completely. Now you can't trade him at all.
But time out. That's happened before.
Yes. So that's
So
what I'm saying.
Why am I what the fear of that can no longer sit with me because it's happened 4 times already.
But I'm also.
I've already seen him.
but y'all
He
are
literally
saying-
has full years
Yeah.
of not playing.
But y'all saying playing him can increase his value.
It
and
can.
I'm saying
It
It
has.
can. It
Not
might not
only
be.
can
It might
it
not be for a
has.
star,
I just don't
but you
think,
can definitely increase
I don't
it.
think playing him will increase his trade value at all.
You're the first person in the history, you have to be, that would say to sit down and trade somebody. If I am, number one, wanting to trade you because this ain't working,
Yeah.
what is the fear? You already don't play, so what's my fear of you not playing? Your value can get no lower than now.
Mm-hmm.
You've already, like you said, you already have the stigma of being hurt all the time. That's never going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
The idea is to get on the floor and show, even with your injury history, this is worth a team buying into and saying, the Kawhi Leonard thing. Hey, as
I
long as we
immediately
get
thought of Kawhi.
55 to
Yeah.
60 games,
Mm-hmm.
maybe this is worth something. But the idea of just saying, just
But at
sit,
least Kawhi Leonard has 2 Finals MVPs.
Zion is never going to even sniff that by sitting, is what I'm saying.
I know, but I think the value of acquiring Kawhi Leonard, you already know.
Well, he got traded for DeMar DeRozan and Jakob Poeltl. It's not like he didn't get his value wasn't high when he got traded.
Well, yeah, because he also
And
was,
that what you're about to mention came after him getting traded. That first Finals MVP was not the Finals MVP in Toronto.
no,
Right.
but they're still Finals.
I just think
MVPs.
that
Right, but
if-
what you're saying can't be a part of your argument because it didn't happen when he got traded. It happened after.
But he
You
also
got to keep up with me in the conversation.
But he also had one of them already.
And it wasn't the same as the Raptors one. That's what the fuck I
really
just
wasn't
said.
at
It
all.
wasn't.
I think that if
Nobody
When he won the Raptor one, he was like
'cause
top
Thank
5.
you. When
He
he,
was like
won the
top
Finals MVP with the Toronto Raptors, they were saying he was the best player in the league.
Yeah.
When they won it with the Spurs, what was they saying about him?
good team win.
Yeah,
Thank you.
He held
What are
LeBron
we
to a
talking
triple
about,
double.
D Mills? Come on, man. Keep up with me.
but I'm still saying that you still had a guy who won Finals MVP. Like, yeah, they're
Yeah,
different.
his value is going to be objectively higher because he was a DPOY and a Finals MVP
Yes.
for sure. We can agree there. My point in this is, you see teams get desperate all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say the Detroit Pistons, but let's say the Detroit, I'm going to use them as an example. I don't think this is realistic for them. The Detroit Pistons are still the 1 or 2 seed in the Eastern Conference. Oh my God, Jalen Brunson's injury is worse than we imagine. OG Anunoby's injury is worse than we imagine. Darius Garland's not coming back. We see light at the end of the tunnel as a team that can win the Eastern Conference. We'll take a shot on Zion Williamson right now because we know that the upside of Zion being 26, 6, and 6 is good enough, which means that he could be valuable, especially if you give him a stretch where he plays 10 games and he shows that value right before he's able to be traded. Our point is holding a player out has never made sense as far as trade value either one way or another. If a player is healthy, the motherfucker should play.
Yeah.
And holding a guy out for that reason just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what is like. Forget what we saying. With your point of view, what is the end goal and the accomplishment from even what you're saying?
I don't even think he really meant to say that like if he plays, his value just can't go up. I think he honestly just meant that his value does not have a lot of ceiling to it. Right? No matter how well, even if he's having a 26, 6, and 6, there's teams that are going to be wanting it, but I just don't think D Mills is on the right value for it.
That's
like, we understand the value. I think he's thinking that if he plays, no matter how good he plays, he's not going to bring in the value that he should.
Fair. That's completely fair. I think me and P wouldn't argue that if Zion had a really good month, that he's about to get traded for a Kevin Durant type of package.
Don't even think that's worth.
The first Kevin
Don't even
Durant
think that's
package.
worth saying.
But we're just saying that if let's say his value at a 1 through 10, we can't say 0 because he's still Zion. Let's say his value is a 4 right now. If he plays well for a month, he could get it up to a 6. And a 6 for you could be the difference between 1 first-round pick versus 2 first-round picks, or 1 young player versus 2 young players. And that's what we're saying. If the guy can play, the guy that you have invested this much money in, the first overall pick, the franchise to, if he can play, I don't care if your record is 0-33, play the motherfucker that you invested so much in, even if your idea is to trade him eventually.
Because we all can agree. Half of Zion, let's take Zion out of the picture. Half of something is worth more than nothing of something, right?
Yeah.
That's all we saying. Zion and health, I don't even think has to be talked about extensively to like how we just talked about it.
Yeah.
I think mentioning the injuries and missed time, the fear of injury, would you say, forget how you felt, I felt, anybody up here felt, but could you say that there was a consensus excitement for Zion Williamson going into this year?
Yeah, for sure.
Because of the thought of him potentially being on the floor. That goes into what we're saying. If there is a league-wide excitement that he slimmed down, he looked good, the idea of, the preseason, he's doing 360 dunks, all of that is intriguing, and that is what creates what KB was positioning of like, hey, I know Zion ain't finna play 82 games. I'm not expecting Zion to be a fucking finals MVP like Kawhi was with the Spurs. I get it. But again, if I'm going to buy into it, it has to be knowing that there is some hope of him being on the floor. I just don't get the idea of sitting him on the court because we suck.
Yeah.
Ain't like we suck and we about to get the best.
Yeah.
And number one, it ain't like when he was playing, we was winning.
Also was saying playing him over 50 games probably just isn't really that beneficial because the more you play him, the more likely he is. Like, I think he's going to play, obviously. I'm not saying he's going to sit from right here until the end of the season.
Yeah.
But you asked me if he's going to play over 50 games, and that's why I said cap. Because I don't think it's worth the Pelicans playing him that much.
I mean, even that, let's be real. He's a dude that misses game. Even if it's not a back-to-back, he'll miss a game here or there. But
has it been beneficial? I can only see your point if it was somebody we seen at work with. That's why I'm thinking Zion, he got to play now. They've done the no back-to-backs. He's rested. He's sat entire years. That whole trajectory, if he plays, he's going to be hurt. If he don't play, he's going to be hurt.
That's why I think Pelicans should have been one of the more proactive teams. Honestly.
It's hard to say because I don't fault them, but at this point, it's something had to happen.
After it happened like the second time, I would have kind of been looking into it where it's like, if this man playing hot and he's really, teams are looking at him, I might be one of those dudes that they make the move early just because, again,
slippery slope, brother.
Man,
you're looking at hindsight.
Slippery slope,
so.
Bro. You try to be too smart, you trade Luka Doncic away.
But this is a little bit different in the case. We're talking about, first of all, he's had injuries where he just hasn't really played over the course of the season. And then also, I'm looking at the physicality. I just don't think, and I want to get into something a little bit later into the show about this too, but like.
You might as well get into it now. We got 50 like more cap but no caps.
For the long run, again, I'm not believing that his game is just he's gonna be as dominant as he is the more he gets older. So I might be getting a.
That's like science.
But again, for a player to his play style, he's a straight body to body. I'm getting to the rim.
Yeah. Nobody's projecting Zion to be dominant.
I would have been proactive with him. I would have.
In what way? Explain to us.
When he was hot, when he had the month stretches where we're looking at him like, man, Zion, he's here. I would have probably been shopping his ass.
When though? Last year, 2 years ago, 3? Like how?
The last year to 2 years, I would have been shopping his ass. And I really feel like they could have.
What month stretches he had in the last 2 years that makes you trade?
Because I think also he had a game where he played single digit.
Motherfucker played 30 games last year.
I would have been proactive.
How? You got to tell us something besides you being proactive.
I mean,
good.
I don't have no trade. I'm saying that, again, I would have been dangling his name out there. I would have been making phone calls for him.
So, I think the best year that you could have had was the 2023-2024 where he played
you wasn't trading him.
Where he played 70 games.
I think that's the reason you do trade him.
But it's impossible for them to
If he has a season before that we play 29 games and he comes back and he's like
70.
playing at an all NBA level and plays 70 games, you'd be a fucking crazy person to trade him away because in your mind, he's good. He just figured it out. He's played 70.
That's why when that happened, you didn't utter this idea at all on his podcast.
I think I have in the last year.
When he played,
I've been saying
last year was 30 games.
Yeah, you're not trading him last year, Mike. When KB's point, when he just brought up the season where you would have had some intrigue, you wasn't saying at all to dangle him because nobody in the fucking world was. This is the one you got.
We thought he figured it out.
That's why we're saying you're doing the hindsight thing where it sounds easier than what it is. But for him to have the injuries, play 70 games, because that's exactly what he played. 70 on the head.
Yeah, 70.
You ain't trading him.
31 minutes a game.
You like, oh shit,
and
okay,
what was the
this
years
is what we
before that,
wanted.
though?
The year
before
before
29.
Yeah.
And
29
then the
and
other
then
one did not play.
Year before he didn't play.
The first Willie Green year, he didn't play at all. But they made the playoffs. They made the playoffs. They took the Suns to 6 games.
Shout out Brandon Ingram.
So you're thinking to yourself, wow, B.I., MIP, we got Willie Green, this team. We did that without Zion. Oh, shit. We get this.
And Zion went into that next season. In his 29 games, he was averaging 26, 7, and 5, and he made an All-Star.
When the motherfucker plays, he's amazing. It's just he's not there consistent. He's
We
not even
all
able
know,
to play
Mike.
50 games for this team.
Yep. That's why we're having a conversation.
And again, we're having a conversation now. I'm saying it should have been a little bit more earlier than to get to this point. To the point where we're thinking about can he get Bones Highland for Zion?
It's so easy to do that in hindsight.
Because if that was the case, we would have been up here talking about that.
We would have GM jobs if we could see the future.
We cannot we're not gonna do that on our show. If you wasn't saying it back then, I cannot give you the ability to go out and act like that was that. It just don't work like that. So tell me who's a star right now that you would be proactive about before it gets too crazy. That when you think about the league right now.
I ain't got one off the top of my head now. I'm specifically talking
because,
about
Zion
missing games and the style of play and his body type. It's just not there for the long run. It's a play style that you can break down.
There's nobody who projects that style. There's people
you want to be proactive about Darius Garland? Darius Garland's missing a lot of time.
Yeah, I'll be proactive.
But I think that's too late.
2 years.
I think that's too late.
It is.
It is. For when he's talking about how he's talking about the Zion land, you got to check it right now at the door. You got to tell me somebody who you're projecting. You can't tell me after 3 years, I would have traded his ass. Well, tell me a motherfucker right now. Tell me a motherfucker right now. You don't believe in Kyle Knipple? You see something in the way he move on the court that, hey, man, he playing good, 32 points with the Bucks.
Do you want to be proactive about Wemby?
Hell no.
Phenomenal. He's a little different.
I was about to say a step underneath that because, again, just
Talk
for the
to
sake
me,
of
Mike.
argument.
Come on, that's pod, baby. That's pod, damn it.
100% don't believe in this shit. But if you want to be proactive,
which is something you do.
Talk to me, Mike.
You want to be proactive.
Mr. Proactive himself.
What you about to say?
Nah, it's dumb. It's dumb. It's real dumb.
And that's probably what we would have thought 2 years ago when you were talking about Zion.
It's different.
Are you talking about Wemby?
I don't know who he's talking about.
I was talking about Chet, but hell no.
Perfect. That's a good one, though. You're talking about being proactive. You talking about being proactive, Mike.
I'll take whatever games I'm getting from Chet versus Zion.
It's a little different because he's playing for OKC. Yeah. But, man, I wish it was a motherfucker we can, like...
I'm going to think about it.
It's kind of hard to look. I don't see nobody.
If Paolo injury is something more than what we know it to be right now.
Yeah, I'm looking around the league. I can't get
and
there.
And he had the oblique injury last year.
Would you be proactive about Asar Thompson, who missed a year and now he's injured again right now?
No.
So what's the threshold there? Is it the type of player?
It's literally, I think Zion is in a class of his own for this one. I really do. We just, again, before him coming in, we were talking about like.
Because you wasn't even saying be proactive about Ja. I can't say Ja now because he missed
Ja
too
is
much
somebody
time.
I worry about too.
But at the time, that's your favorite player. You was never up here saying be proactive about Ja Morant when he was first getting his injuries.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm
That's
saying.
fair.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
It wasn't even just Ja specifically. The whole team as a collective was
That's
just
true.
battling injuries too.
And don't get me wrong, and I'm gonna speak for KB too. We're not saying you're wrong. We're just saying that to say you would have been proactive is a little cap.
Because you have a podcast for two
Yeah,
times a
you
week.
never
You could have been
been
like
a
Trae Young
proactive.
right now.
Yes, and you'll be the G. You'll be we have a whole new show for you.
Well, you would have had a bouquet of roses sitting
Yeah,
on your show.
you'll be a hot topic. Motherfuckers that boy, you be tired
Yeah,
right now.
man,
How many
he was right.
podcasts you would have did?
He was right. Great conversation, man.
I love it.
I
love it.
Before we move on, I got to tell you about our sponsor over at DraftKings, fellas. You know all about DraftKings Pick 6 by now. You can pick more or less of different player stats for the upcoming games. Just pick 2 or more different players into your pick set and decide more or less. Sit back, relax, and see if you made the right decisions for the entirety of the season. We've been having a little friendly competition between me and the guys. Let's take a look at what the leaderboards looks like after last week. Darrick and Mike, you both were 2 and 1 on the week, and me and Pierre were 1 and 2. And overall, it's a close race right now, but I have just a hair above the competition right now, as we all sit sub 500 on the year.
We gotta get together.
We got to
I'm
get
trying
it
to
together.
figure out which one I missed.
It's a good question. That Jalen Johnson will look good. I don't know. Oh, Ja Morant. Ja Morant did not
he
get
did
that
not
20.
hit
Oh,
20,
yeah. I think he ended with like 18.
Yeah, tough night. I think that was the night where we all were like 1 point off.
Yep.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
Steph Curry went against OKC, and everybody has a bad game against OKC. All right, let's get into today's pick set. I'm going to start off with Lauri Markkanen Moore on 26.5 points versus the LA Lakers. The man has not went less on this number pretty much all season long. I just watched him get a Bulls almost 50. I watched him give almost everything 35 plus. He's going to have to fail me before I think about not looking at his line.
For sure. He's cooking.
He's definitely cooking. Mike, you and Zachary Rija say 1.5 3-pointers more versus the Detroit Pistons.
I got confidence in my young guy to give me the more, but shooting the ball well. Heard he had a bad fall, but he's young, so he just picked him right back up. He's good to go.
Oh, you didn't see the fall?
No.
Oh, man, go watch that footage, man. No, because you a squeamy type of.
I am. I
Bro,
like looking
Mike
at
will be in the Discord and he'll see something. All you hear.
because I
It
feel
sounded
the
like he just
pain.
snubbed his toe.
Did you see the video of the mayor and the big man pain?
I did see that.
Yeah, I did.
Somebody put it in the group chat.
It
and I
kind of looked
clicked
even
it.
fake a little bit.
Yeah, it looked AI.
With all the AI videos though.
Yeah. Next, Pierre, Jalen Johnson more on 20.5 points versus Detroit.
Hey man, I think this is a layup. Got to take the more for this one. Jalen Johnson has not let us down at all, has he, D Mills? I think
he
D
has
Mills
not.
did this last week. I think I took it the week before. And now I'm making a conscious decision to say whenever this is on the dock, to take more. Because how do you like, that's the Eastern Conference Player of the Week, by the way.
Yes, he did. Saw you won.
Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
Lastly, Derek, Dillon Brooks, 2.5 threes is the line. You went less versus Portland.
He's been so hot lately. He even had a 30-point game recently. So I just think its regression is due. So that's why I think I had to go less here. And I think Portland's defense probably is a defense that could probably chase him off that 3-point line and make him have to get it the tough way, get to the paint, get those little tough middies.
Trying to predict that regression is a good style to play. It's just tough, man.
It's so tough.
And then
Because he
Dillon
might
Brooks
hit
is-
that in the first quarter.
But Dillon Brooks is so streaky.
Yes,
So
very
like
true.
I think he.
But the green light is there on a team like this.
He might
where
take 10,
It's Book
11.
and then him, essentially.
yeah.
Yeah.
You got to hope Grayson Allen suits back up.
Yeah.
He been dribbling and driving a lot more. So that's our pick set for tonight's games. Of course, we'll keep y'all updated on who was right and who was wrong. Reminder that on Tuesdays and Fridays, we have our pick slice, but I'll tell you about that right now. For those who haven't checked out DraftKings Pick 6 yet, there's an exclusive offer waiting for you. Right now, new DraftKings customers can play $5 to get $50 in Pick 6 credits. Be sure to check out DraftKings NBA Slice Picks, available every Tuesday and Friday until December 30th. They basically lower a player's stats to make it more likely to hit. All you have to do is download the Pick 6 app and use promo code ENJOY when you sign up. Pick 6 is available in most states, including Texas, California, and Missouri, so don't be afraid to get in on the action. Ride the upside with Pick 6. That is what NBA podcasting is about, the Zion Williamson
I love it.
conversation.
I love it. I love getting fired up, man. Shout out to D Mills. You turned me up with that one. Hopefully, it's another one somebody can turn me up on, or one of y'all can get turned up on. Continuing where we left off, OKC will win 70 games this season. Cap or no cap?
It's tough, man, because the easy answer is like no cap. But I feel like there has to be some level of fatigue that will hit eventually.
I thought so too, but the start, they proved me wrong.
Yeah.
I also think
They're also not doing too much.
They're not.
They're
That's
not
why I
playing
wanna
in
say-
full quarters.
Yeah.
I want to say no cap to this because, again, they're going to have J-Dub coming back and he's only going to add fuel to the fire. I don't even think there's really like a adjustment period to get them back. No, I think they're fine. Their defense honestly just carries them so much. I think they can win 70. It's like we were talking about it earlier. Them losing 2 games in a row, it just don't even sound right.
Cold red. Somebody
Like-
on a trading block.
I think if they were to like come up short, it would just be because at the end of the season they were resting guys because they already had the first seed locked up.
Shai already rested the whole fourth quarter.
Yeah. He got the freshest leg in the league.
And the guys miss so much time that they're not going to want to rest. They're going to want to get sharp.
I think it's so underrated, and I feel like you brought this up before, but when they're all healthy, OKC has their real rotation.
Yeah.
So when guys like Brandon Carlson come in, or you see these other guys come in,
Barnizer.
boy, they playing for
Mitchell.
minutes. They playing hard. So it's like even when they do have guys resting, man, they're not taking no step back.
I would love to see them beat the Warriors record.
Do you think they? Yeah, man.
I know
That
it's
would
tough.
be competing with the Bulls record.
Eight
Yeah.
losses in the season is really tough, man.
If you
I
competing
know.
with the Warriors one,
Mm-hmm.
you got, yeah.
I would look, or at least come like just get so close, like 70. I mean, the Warriors was 73 and 9.
You said it right.
Mhm.
They, yeah.
So yeah, I would love, even if they tied it, that would just be fun to just see that we saw that happen twice in the last decade.
They mentioned before. I mean, I'm sure you
They
just
had
say this
different
because
teams,
it's so
too.
early that they not thinking about no records or nothing.
Yeah.
But if it's right there in grasp
gotta go
with
get
2
it.
weeks left, they
Oh
probably
yeah, for sure. You got to go get it.
72 and 10, 73 and 9, 74 and 8 would be crazy.
74-8.
They still know they can go 80-1. Look at their record.
On some 2K shit.
They can go 80-1.
And then the Trailblazers might as well hang a banner if they were
81
one
and
team.
1.
81 and 1, yeah.
Drew Holiday didn't miss. I think that's when he hit like 5-6 threes.
Yeah, Portland wanted that one.
Portland got wins against them and the Nuggets, right?
Yes.
Portland has been tough.
Somehow they still like
But they
sub
s-
500.
Yeah,
right?
they still
8 and
they
7 or
struggling.
something? 7 and 6? I don't remember what it was.
Clippers missed the playoffs this year. Cap or no cap?
No, Cal. I just think they don't have a recipe to win games at a high level.
It's crazy
Right
to say,
now.
right?
Defensively, they're bad. They don't rebound about ball good. The James Harden system is just strictly James Harden. He doesn't have a counterpart there that could really help him. Last year they're missing the Norman Powell injection that he brought. So it's just like it's hard for me to look at this team and think that there's something good at the end of the tunnel. I was watching them play the Sixers yesterday. They were up double digits in this game, but it never really felt like the Clippers were actually going to win this game. It felt like they were always a step behind. They were getting outworked. Drummond was just dogging them on the interior on the boards. So, like, I don't know what this team's identity is. I don't think they do anything great other than
Yes.
James Harden.
Right.
And
Yeah.
when you just have James Harden, but there's nothing else around it that's, like, great that I can attach myself to, it's kind of hard for me to say they will make the playoffs.
Yeah, man. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. I think on the Peacock episode, I did give them the benefit of the doubt. James Harden's averaging 26, 9, and 6 right now.
Yeah, he's playing amazing.
Trying to keep them afloat.
He had 32 in the half against, was that the Celtics, I believe?
Yeah, because he got clamped up.
He had
the first
32 in the second half.
Yeah.
Went in there with 5 points in the first half.
I guess I'm going no cap, man. I want to give him benefit of the doubt. Tyronn Lue, good coach, even though so far this season I've been seeing Clippers fans upset, but it's always easier to be upset when your team is losing.
Yes.
Zoo is starting to look better game to game.
Yeah.
But he was playing at all NBA level last season. To not have that right now is trash. Kawhi Leonard has only played 6 games. Derrick Jones Jr. is out. Bradley Beal is out. Chris Paul is washed. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody.
Brook Lopez is washed.
Brook Lopez. Like, it's oldest team ever constructed in the NBA. It would make sense that they don't have the juice to power through an 82-game season. So I guess I'm going no cap.
I'm going to go cap with this one. And I don't think y'all said anything wrong, but I just kind of look at the surrounding pieces around them, like a Grizzlies or like a Utah Jazz. I think ultimately, again, Kawhi is going to come back at some point.
Yeah.
I think they could beat out these teams.
I
Again,
just don't look at play-in as for me, making a play-in doesn't essentially mean you make the postseason.
I agree.
This team had bigger aspirations.
Yeah, they're gonna being a 10 seed for this team is a failure.
Yeah.
They don't want to do that. They want to be one of those teams that's above that. They have James Harden and Kawhi Leonard. When you have those two guys, you want to be the 5th, 6th seed. Like, you want to be in there. So, like, 10 seed is a failure.
Yeah.
Huh?
Nothing.
Another coach is fired this season, cap or no cap? And if so, who?
It's a very good question.
I'm going to say no cap because I think Ty Lue could be someone who they try to pivot away from.
Wow.
Unfortunately.
He gonna get up a job so
Because they already had
he gonna get a job so
because
quick.
they already had the meeting with him on his job security and about the team, and now there's questions about his job security. So they already having those meetings now. Then I think if they continue to struggle, they may just pivot away from that. That's the only reason why I'm going with
It's
that.
not a bad option. It's just hard because you can clearly look at the court and see like there's something wrong with the product. It's not always coaching.
Yeah, no, I feel like that a lot of times when coaches get fired.
I'm looking
They
at
get dealt a bad hand. If you get dealt a bad hand in spades
Yeah.
and you don't hit your mark, it's not your fault. You was just dealt a bad hand.
Again, Bradley Beal done for the season.
good analogy.
Brooke Lopez, who we thought it would be at least a good pickup. Unless
Phenomenal
he's hitting
pickup.
his threes, he's not really doing much.
Yeah.
Like Chris Paul, maybe it was like Chris Paul, Bradley Beal. Nah, they just don't have a lot of the offseason moves they made didn't transpire. And then also, again, you're just not the same team as last year.
I'm looking at the only. I think Tyronn Lue. They got too much respect for Tyronn to just let him go like that. I think Doug Christie maybe, but like, do you know what Doug Christie's good at as a coach? Like, what do you know about Doug Christie, the coach?
That's another thing. He got dealt a bad hand.
I even think
can't-
the firing we got was kind of uncalled for and crazy. I mean, it wasn't crazy, but it was uncalled for. I mean, I don't look at the Pelicans and say, man, that damn Willie Green. And I think mentally, based off all the things he was doing, he was probably checked out. You know, Kevon Looney starting is kind of crazy. But they got a new coach, James Borrego, a new voice, and the same results are happening. I mean, yeah, but Darrick Queen started, cool. But that ain't really fixed shit over there. But there is a sense of security around the league right now. Suns are doing well with Jordan Ott. It's his first year. The Knicks got a first-year head coach.
And then the bad teams are bad on purpose. So it's not like you're not going to fire Brian Keefe because
Maybe
we
talked about Jamal Mosley again. If Orlando can't really find no
I guess that's fair.
footing,
Yeah.
That's about it.
Because the Timberwolves, they're doing so Chris Finch is secure.
Finchie's good.
again, it'd
So,
be
yeah.
the teams with not that many like the Hornets. They want to just be better than last year. I
They're
don't know
doing
how
that
much
right
you're
now.
looking at like Charles Lee for that.
Yeah, this is like basically Charles Lee's first year. Last year did not count for him.
MPJ will finish the year averaging a career high in assists. Cap or no cap. Right now, he's averaging 3 assists, which would be a career high.
Hey,
No
man.
cap. That man is over there dribbling. He has the ball in his hands a lot more than I would want him to. But it's working out for him. So hey, I'm here for. So he's gonna probably have a career high in points and assists. So career year for MPJ out there in Brooklyn.
That's what they do, man.
Get that man out of Brooklyn. I really want to see him somewhere else.
He
man.
just got total freedom.
He just got there.
I do. I just hate seeing him in that jersey because he could compliment winning. MPJ is a winning player. Like we saw him out in Denver. He was able to get you 20 plus points a night and also give it to you on great efficiency. He rebounded the ball well. Yeah, defensively there was some lapses, but
Who cares about defense?
They made it up. They made up for it because they had a good defensive culture over there in Denver. So I think if you put him around the right players,
Defense is overrated anyway, damn it.
he can help a team win, man. That is what MPJ do.
Sound
He
like
is a
something
winning
Denver
player.
need.
Yeah, for real.
You just gave him the best PR he had all year long.
Well, I wasn't going to talk about anything else. I'm just speaking on him as a basketball player.
Let's just say, yeah, P, no cap. He gonna keep that 3 assists per game up, man. Even though most of them are accidental, he gonna keep it up, and he gonna do Curious Mike and
I be
drop.
seeing that man throw
Accidental or
lobs
not, it
sometimes.
count.
Yeah.
I go no cap.
He be throwing lobs occasionally, KB.
Well, I mean, he threw lobs last
He
year.
ain't had
I
lobs
remember,
thrown
remember when we looked
Aaron
up
Gordon?
to see
To Aaron
if
Gordon,
he
yeah.
ever threw a lob to Aaron Gordon and we
We
couldn't,
couldn't find one clip.
Shai will win back-to-back MVP.
I think that's cap.
Um,
Unless they go 79. I'm 79. 74 and 8.
I'm saying Kev, it's going to Giannis.
Oh.
Oh, you need him back though.
I think it's Jokic.
Think it's Jokic?
I think it's Jokic, man. He does not miss basketball shots anymore. He's straight up.
I don't know.
The team right now is top 3 in offense and defense.
Shai doing some shit.
I know. Trust, I know.
Shai doing some shit, man.
But I think Jokic might get it again, man. It's the two right now. No disrespect to Giannis, we got none but love for you. But right now, it's a 2-man race.
But I'm
You
really
got disrespect. You disrespecting y'all?
I said no disrespect to you.
No, that's what somebody says when they about to disrespect somebody.
if the Pistons finishes the 1 seed,
No,
could it be Cade?
no, it can't be Cade. It's too early.
That boy been hanging with
It's
Kyle.
No. But I'm just saying, like
He said he been hanging around Kava too much. I
he
think
has his no. But listen, I'm just saying that they would have been a team that went from losing 27 straight games to being a 6 seed last year, and then catapulting all the way up to the number 1 seed with him playing at first team All NBA level.
He would be in the conversation for sure.
I just
I
think
don't think he wins.
Yeah,
the top
that's
of the
all.
crop is just they're so solidified.
And that's
It's
all I
hard for
told
other people to
Combo.
get in there.
It's not I love Cade Cunningham. The
Yeah.
first time the name Cade Cunningham was said on our
I
platform,
just love the storyline.
came out of his
Cade.
mouth.
I just love the storyline.
But with that being said, to KB's point, the guys that he would have to beat, I mean, they are winning as many games, playing as good, and shit. To Shai's defense, he don't have what they have right now.
His team is beat up too.
You know, so, but I also said Cade Cunningham was gonna win an MVP. Just didn't know when. So it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But just not this year.
Yeah, it's not this year.
Last year for the Cavs core, cap or no cap. This is with them not reaching the success that they want, because obviously who would say that this is the last year if they're going to the finals?
Right.
Yeah.
Gotta say that for the people who don't.
This is a
No
comprehend.
cap. If they don't reach the ceiling that they want, which is probably a Game 7 conference finals, real competitive, or either going to the finals, then yeah, it's no cap. Because then you got to look at the fact that Darius Garland and Jared Allen, these might be pieces that we can probably shop on the market in the off season and try to see what we can get for them. And therefore, I think that they can bring in some valuable pieces that can play next to Donovan and Evan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you lose out in the playoffs this year and it just doesn't go your way, I don't see how you come back with this same team after you kind of failed a couple times already.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I agree. But you were mentioning what their goal is. You said competitive Game 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would have to.
Yeah.
They would have to if they didn't make it to the they didn't make it to the NBA Finals. The expectations, East is wide open. We were the 1 seed last season. If we still can't get over the hump, then they would have to look internally and say, "Hey, man, sorry, Jarrett, sorry, Darius," because those other two I feel like are completely safe.
Mm-hmm.
1 or 2 of y'all have to go to y'all next team to kind of try something different. So yeah, no cap.
8 teams will finish with 25 wins or less. We had 5 last year for reference. Cap or no cap.
8
Okay.
I just looked at the standings and my
Bro,
goodness.
the bottom
It's
is
bad,
bad.
bro. It's really bad.
real bad. I'm just looking at every team that's in the bottom of the West is like on a losing streak right now.
Same with the East. Except for the Brooklyn Nets.
Brooklyn got that win,
they
baby.
beat the
Yeah.
Wizards.
They beat the Wizards.
You said 8 teams?
Yep.
Yeah, let's count. You got the standings?
I have
do.
them right here too.
Okay, say the teams.
I'm just going
that
to
lose
say Pelicans.
25 or less is the number, is what you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pelicans.
2-12.
I would probably assume they have less than 25 wins.
Yeah.
Sacramento Kings is another team I'm probably looking
They
at.
fucking suck.
3-11.
They're probably going to have
Which
less
is
than
crazy,
25
bro.
wins. Like, yeah. Dallas Mavericks,
At this
4-11.
point, probably, yeah.
Clippers. I would assume they
No,
Clips
they're going to
20.
get over 20.
Yeah.
If they only win 25 games, oh my goodness, that's the worst
Man.
season of all time for them.
Man.
And that's saying something because in 2000 they won like 14 games.
Wizards and Nets.
Wizards and Nets, Brooklyn. Oh wait,
Wizards
Wizards,
and
Nets. What's the other? Oh, Pacers.
Pacers.
Pacers are 1-13.
That's 6 teams.
Those
right there.
3 teams right there, yeah, I'm not confident they're getting close to 25.
Now you got to ask yourself about the Hornets.
They might.
I'm gonna say that they win 26 games, baby. What a season for the Charlotte
And then you have
Hornets,
to
man.
ask yourself about the Grizzlies.
Yeah, gotta ask yourself about the Grizzlies.
I'm gonna say no cap.
So you get
No
there.
cap. Yeah.
Damn. I'm gonna say cap. I'm gonna say
One
of
of the
those
teams
teams that we
win
mentioned.
27.
I'll
Get
say
over.
Cap as well.
I'm just gonna. The reason I say it though is because the 2 teams we looking at with the Grizzlies and maybe the Hornets, they like 1 ankle sprain away from like all that stuff down the drain.
That draft lottery odds, like if all of those teams was 25, that's going to be a fight, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fight.
Here's a little bit that I did on small ball that I think is relevant for this conversation. The 3 bottom teams in the league, we're talking about the Nets, the Pacers, and the Wizards. Right now, based on net rating, They are 3 of the worst 5 teams of all time since net rating has been tracked 97.
Yeah.
So since 97, they are 3 of the worst 5 teams ever we're experiencing right now.
Yeah.
That puts them in the camp of the 7-59 Bobcats from 2011
Hey.
and the 2000 Clippers, who had a 15-67 record. They have a worse net rating than the 76er team that only won 10 games.
Damn.
You know what I kind of
That's crazy.
seen? I seen the conversation too. I think our boy Simba was talking about it. There's no way I expected this Pacers to be this damn bad without Tyrese.
Same.
And again, they've
Yeah.
had a couple more injuries. Like Andrew
Nembhard
missed
was
some
out.
games. Benedict Mather missed some games. But I thought they would. They were such a all team around. Like we get it done by committee. That I thought
Committee.
they get it done by committee. That they would be able to kind of like alleviate without having Tyrese there.
At some point, Mac McClung was playing real minutes for them.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Jeremiah Robinson Earl started
Yeah, so like they
just 2 games ago.
they literally just have a roster full of players who are just kind of just they had to call people up,
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think they were going to be good. I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, they're going to be just as good without. Nah,
but
hell
also
no.
didn't project them to also be
One and
banged up.
Exactly.
as
I didn't
they
expect
are.
them to be the worst team in the league.
They now don't have Aaron Neesmith for over a month now. He
Mhm.
now has a knee issue that's going to keep him out for potentially 4 to 5 weeks. So not having him is only going to add to the fight. So at what point do you think they say we got to chill on like Siakam and Nembhard's minutes?
It might not be too. I mean, post All-Star.
Post
Be my
All-Star?
guess. Post All-Star.
Because like you just don't want to have either one of them go down and then you go into next season.
Do y'all think that when Halliburton comes back next season, we back looking at them like super positively?
I think
so.
they have
I
to
think
adjust
it's-
that center spot too.
It's such a vast turnaround between Game 7 of the NBA Finals to being this ass to being right back to be like, oh, this team can
I
win
think
the
I
East.
think they're
And it
gonna
also
have to
depends
find
on what
that
they do
center
this
spot.
offseason.
Yeah,
Like, how do
I
they-
won't know because it's so much turnaround, bro. But yeah, like I don't have much faith that Tyrese is gonna come back and they just that team. I don't want to be
And if they do, give that motherfucker the MVP.
for sure. Now I don't think they're gonna be ass either. I think they're gonna be good, but
Like how do you fix the center position? That's the number one thing probably going into the
who
summer.
do they draft?
Yeah, and who do they draft as well? So you got
Benedict
2 big
Mathurin.
things. Yeah, and Benedict Mathurin's extension. So yeah, that center play and who you draft will determine a lot of things.
The next one. The Hawks are better without Trae Young, cap or no cap. We
This is
love you,
cap.
Trae Young.
This cap.
We just doing our job.
This cap. I've seen a lot of teams lose their best player, and all of a sudden they go on a run, and them conversations start. I still believe Trae Young is one of the best connecting pieces. He hasn't shot the ball well at all, but I think that he can come back and kind of just like adjust to the team and how they're playing a little bit more free flowing instead of him dribble. I think they still have a levels to go with him coming back.
I'm gonna say no cap just because I think everybody looks a little bit more confident and a little bit more fluid, and they seem like they kind of enjoy not having to just stand in the corner and watch Trae Young pound dribble ISO and then wait for it to get kicked out to him. So I'm gonna say no cap.
One place that is no cap for sure is that defensive side of the ball. Because, oh, my God, they went together lineups where it's like no bad defenders. And it's like, what are you supposed to do? Everybody. They said on the broadcast in that Suns game in the second quarter that the specific lineup that the Atlanta Hawks are running at that time, and I don't remember who exactly was out there, but it was like one of their starting type of units, had the longest wingspan of a lineup. Like at
So that
wingspan
means it has to
average.
be Dyson Daniels, Jalen Johnson, Nikhil,
Maybe
Aneka,
Onyeka and
Kristaps.
no, Chris
Chris
doesn't
wouldn't
play.
play.
Mogay.
Probably
Maybe it
Mogay.
was Reza Shai.
Oh, Reese.
Reese.
It might have been their starting unit. It was like the average wingspan is the height. It was like, damn, they really got that type of impact on defense. I'm somewhat in agreement with Mike though, where because of the way Trae Young has been acting in this time, he tweeting about the vibes being high, and when they were on that comeback, he was the first guy off the bench when they called timeout after big plays. It makes me feel like he would be ready to buy in. What does that look like for Trae Young? We don't really know. One thing I really love about the offense is they are using his ball screens a lot still. But it's not just like somebody at the top of the key getting a high ball screen. It's like a pass into a ball screen and then somebody else on an Iverson. It was just been a lot of fun basketball. And putting the ball in Jalen Johnson's hands more has done nothing but help the team. So I think, are they better without Trae Young? I'm going to say cap overall, but no cap on the defense.
That's my boy Jalen Johnson. I am concerned for Trae Young though, because one of the things that they are better at is the defensive side of the basketball. And if they really want to commit towards that, or if it slows up when Trae comes back, then it won't matter what he wants to do. The Atlanta Hawks are going to assess their team and make a decision. And with them having that Pelicans pick, boy, they have some options that they'll have. But I do hope Trae is able to come in. The defense obviously will not stay the same with Trae Young on the floor. But if it can stay at a solid point and that offense can have some of the same flow.
They have their own pick too, right?
No, their pick is going to
Spurs, the Pens, right?
I think it's
I
top
seen,
8. I'll double check.
Oh,
I want to say this is maybe
Which
Joe.
it wouldn't convey, right? Oh, no, it's protected top 8. So it would convey.
Yeah, it would convey because right now they're
not
9.
top
They're
8.
9 and 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I
they're not even
think
allowed to 10.
Joel had tweeted it out. How would y'all feel if it was like, again, about team swaps? If it was Trae Young on the Mavericks and Anthony Davis on the Hawks,
I would be like, what are we doing? Why the fuck would I do that?
Dallas Mavericks, they need a point guard, and then the Hawks, you basically keep up the defense, and you're getting rid of Trae Young.
And Younger was really good.
Yeah, no way. There's no way I'm watching the way he's playing, and I'm saying, give me Anthony Davis.
that would just be because like they drafted him for the potential of him being their starting center, and
Clint
then
Capella.
Clint Capella was there, and then Clint Capella was so good for so many years that it was like, damn, we got to keep starting Clint.
Then he finally don't get good. We get Porzingis.
Yes, and then
Draft Asa Newell. He outbeats all of that. Now it's like, fuck that. We get Anthony Davis.
and then he goes right back to the bench, and it's like you never really gave him a full chance to ever start.
On the pick thing while we here,
Why the Mavericks? Why would they want Trae Young?
She need a point guard.
Kyrie's gonna come back.
He can get Trae. They moving on from all that stuff.
It's a pick swap with the
I don't
Spurs.
think so. I think Kyrie coming back to the team and gonna be Kyrie.
Let's see.
But I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't.
He's also a little bit younger too. Again, he's not.
I don't look at the
not
Mavericks
young.
and say buy into somebody. Yeah, nothing about what the Mavericks.
He's
is
on the
doing.
last year of his deal too, isn't he?
Who, Trae
Trae
Young.
Young.
But
Yeah.
you wouldn't do all of that to just let him walk, would you? You would do that with the
The intention of bringing
assumption,
him
yeah,
back.
the intention of.
You- and
extending
I
him.
think he
It could
also probably wouldn't want to get traded somewhere that isn't going to extend him.
Yeah, you don't make that trade, Mike, for 30 games of Trae Young.
You know,
Not when you lose.
You get
on
off that
purpose.
money though.
Then you might as well just trade Anthony Davis for expiring contracts.
Trade him to Chicago for Kevin Huerter and Zach Collins.
There's no way you're about to convince yourself to trade for Trae Young to let him walk. That's not what you're about to try to do right now, are you?
yeah, no one teams don't do that usually.
Mike, don't tell me about
I'm
to
gonna
do
trade
that.
for an All-Star because he's expiring.
Mike, just move on and say, yeah, that probably ain't a good trade.
Who can't?
I
you
ain't say
said
it was good. I just say how would y'all
Who
feel?
said
I
that?
seen that. I think it was. I don't want
What's our
to.
boy Joel Moran?
I think it
again?
was a tweet. It was like, he was like, why wouldn't they say no to this or something like that? Or who says no?
If you let me know what Joel said, because I will then direct everything I'm saying to say that's a stupid ass trade. With all due respect, we gotta stop.
I like finding places for Anthony Davis. Again, I feel like he's just one of the most interesting.
He's just such.
I think he's the hardest player to trade for right now.
I think so too.
Well, yeah, because he makes $54 million. That's
His-
the only reason it's hard to trade
His
him.
ceiling is so
It's
high
also
compared to
hard
these
'cause I
other
don't know what
guys,
I'm-
but he can also just miss a lot of games for you.
If you get Anthony Davis, your team is better automatically.
Yeah.
But the other side of that coin, like you said, is will he be available? And that's like the Hawks would have to. I feel like you go get Anthony Davis if all of these offseason moves and Trae Young was healthy and y'all was having a season we projected them to have, and it's like, oh shit, he's the cherry on
Because
top.
I think it's going to be a team that's getting desperate. It's either a team that's getting desperate where they're like, we need to win this season. Ain't no point in losing out. Like I thought the Clippers can damn near try to the Clippers could be at a point where they're so desperate where maybe Anthony Davis can help us. So it's just like, I can't wait to see when he gets moved. That's just really it.
I think he's gonna be a bull, man. The Denver Nuggets are the biggest threat to OKC.
Yes.
Oh, the
No,
biggest.
They're the sleeping giant in the league right
No
now.
cap. They took them to 7 last year. And they unfortunately just had Aaron Gordon with a bad hamstring and MPJ with a bummed out shoulder, so he couldn't really shoot. So
Yeah, this is the easiest no cap ever. They are a really good defense right now. I don't know if they're going to continue to be a top 2 defense, but I think that they're going to continue to be a decent enough defense where their offense is still there, even without Christian Brown, who I would say they missed yesterday. Couple games in a row where Cam Johnson looked fine. Yeah, they're the biggest threat by a wide margin.
I'm going to take it a step farther too. With,
Talk your shit, Mike.
I think so. If we're talking about just like the graph, OKC's over here.
Sure.
I think Denver is not too far off. I think Rockets are kind of far off from them. I think there's
So you saying
probably
there's a gap between 2 and 3?
I do, and it's honestly maybe it's because the Rockets are so young, and we know that when teams get to the playoffs, they have that hump to climb over. And against a team like OKC, I can see a lot of those players struggling. So as good as they are, I think there's a real big gap.
Kevin Durant alleviates a lot of that pressure though from those young guys because he just plays so damn good, and like all the attention naturally goes to him. But then you also got Şengün, who's just like this monster on the paint. So like Şengün is now no slouch either. So like they team, I think they match up pretty well with OKC. Not that I think they would beat them, but I think that would be a very good series.
I like that, especially for opening night.
They because OKC has so much ahead of the rest. If they stick at 2 and 3, we're gonna see that in the second round, right? So whoever, they got to go through each other and then OKC to get there. That would be tough. That's just a tough road to go down. And I don't know how the Sanders gonna look for the 1-8 matchup for OKC or the 4-5 matchup. They could see a dog in the second round too, but that 2-3 matchup, assuming that they win the first round, that's gonna be a bloodbath.
The next one that we have, this is more of a conversational thing. What's more important, 3-point volume or efficiency? The reason this is a question is because the team we just talked about, the Houston Rockets, they take the least amount of threes of any team in the NBA at 30 threes a game, but they have the highest 3-point percentage shooting, I think, like 40, 42%.
I'm going to take a step further. The Denver Nuggets are right there, right behind them.
That's exactly where I was. That's the team I was going to go to.
It's about the efficiency. Because, again, like I think you have to look at the way a lot of these rosters are constructed. For the Rockets, though, like they have a lot of players that play. Asar Thompson, his priority is not threes. Same thing with Şengün. Kevin Durant is not prioritizing. Who does?
I think it's Asar.
But again, like their core guys are just not generating threes. It's the ones that you really need. And again, those are the ones that end up being the efficient ones. It's like when we kick it out for the three, when they're just like, there's no other options. You guys have to be able to hit the shots. That's what allows Amen Thompson and everybody else to kind of operate. And I feel like it was the same thing with the Nuggets. The Nuggets can beat you up on the inside of the paint just effortlessly with Jokic, Jamal Murray. They have Aaron Gordon. They have too many players. But when they kick it out and it's Christian Brown, he's taking a three. It's like, okay, he might only take a few, but he's hitting the ones that they need. And I think that's the most important part.
Yeah, I was going to say efficiency because if you're taking a lot but you're not making a good percentage of them, you're leaving the door open a lot. There was a lot of empty possessions where you're just taking threes, and it just opens up because that team knows for sure if they're going to take 40 threes, but they're only going to make 15 to 17. There's a lot of empty possessions where we can get a rebound.
I'm saying 3-point volume is better. I don't think everybody has the team construction to win those type of games like that. But with the threes, I've seen a lot of bad teams win games against good teams just because they shot the hell up out the ball. I think it's just you give your a chance for more points. So I'm going to go volume over efficiency.
But you've seen that on a game basis.
Yeah.
They still are a bad team.
I also think you also have to have the right offense to be able to do it. You have, like the Nuggets have a very well-rounded offense where they can get it in multiple different areas. Same with
you know what I
the
also
Houston
think
Rockets
about?
where they can get it in
multiple
multiple
would you
areas.
saying that? So you think the Rockets should just shoot a bunch of threes?
No, that's because they have players that can play on the inside. If you don't have that type of production, I think 3-point shooting should be a way. It's a Band-Aid to cover up offense sometimes.
Yes, 100%.
I think about, remember we used to talk about the Lakers team because it's like, man, if KCP just hit that 1 or 2 threes, that's all they need because they had LeBron and Anthony Davis to give them 60-plus points in the paint.
Yep.
It's just some teams have those capabilities where they can dominate all these. You just need those few. I just don't think a lot of teams have that.
I think 3-point volume can turn a bad team to a competitive team on a nightly basis. It can turn a competitive team to a good team, but it's tougher to turn a good team to a great team with just having high 3-point volume. Yeah. Some of the teams that we're mentioning right now, I'm thinking about is like, they also have the anomaly, like the Denver Nuggets have the best player on the planet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the fact that they don't shoot threes, they have not shot threes for like 4 years straight, it's like, it's okay because their guy does not miss. Yeah. If he gets within 7 feet, it does not miss. So that is equivalent to give Jokic 3 of those is equivalent to the 2 3-pointers that you get from anybody else. And then the Houston Rockets, their thing is like, hell, we gonna miss and we gonna rebound 20% of our own misses. And you get it that way. So we do have the anomalies. And I'm trying to think like the Boston Celtics obviously won their championship by being the highest 3-point volume team. But also like the OKC Thunder. One thing that we mentioned for 3 years straight before they won a championship, they don't shoot enough threes, and they're not good enough. And
I mean,
they
if they hit
almost
a
lost a 7-game series twice.
If they
because
hit a
of the
few
three-point.
threes, then we're looking at that team like you can't beat them.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of their weakest points is.
But
the
they
three-point
also
shooting.
have the anomaly of Shai 2-point shooting is the same as fucking Shaq.
Mhm.
You know, so
I think, but to me, these quote unquote anomalies are just people playing to their strengths.
Yeah.
Which is my point of the conversation. Is like, yeah, they were a couple threes away, but they also, without the couple threes, almost won 70 games, are repositioned to do it again. They did win the finals. So it's just like, the Magic. They
got people that just don't even want to take threes.
yeah.
I don't know if there's really a right answer.
I don't think it
it's
is.
really situational.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why it's about playing to your strengths.
Let me
'Cause
see who.
if you're a bad team at shooting threes,
And you just
I don't know if the
constantly
result
shoot.
is to shoot more.
Yeah, I think
Like my mind just cannot wrap around that.
No.
But granted, if we got it, oh hell yeah, you know what I mean. I love me some 3-point
And I think
shots.
it goes into the more threes too, like the volume threes is just pace in general. Like we're just gonna get as many shots
Yeah.
as possible.
Like I think it helps a team like the Milwaukee Bucks, where like they have a guy with so much gravity in Giannis that like when he gets to the paint and he's kicking out to the shooters, it would do a disservice to him attracting that much attention for them not to shoot.
But
the ball.
even then, they don't have high volume. They are really efficient. They're a league
they
average
got
volume.
AJ Green
Yeah.
because they're
They
shooting.
just don't miss, but they don't shoot like the top 3-point shooting per game. Guys, can y'all try to guess like the
Top
highest
3
volume?
guys or the teams.
Teams. What'd you say?
I can't. I looked at it.
Okay, Golden State is number 1.
Discuss stuff.
Yeah, Steph Curry. The Cleveland Cavaliers are number 2. The Brooklyn Nets are number 3. The Boston Celtics are number 4, and the New York Knicks are number 5. That's our top 5 in 3-point frequency so far this season.
Damn.
Shout out to Mike
just
You
Brown.
shooting
said
that?
Brooklyn Nets wasn't there?
Brooklyn Nets is up there.
Makes a
Brooklyn
little bit of
just shooting
sense.
that shit like that.
I mean,
What do
rookie,
they
the
shoot?
rookie took 5 games to get a 2-point shot.
They shoot only 33% on them, which is 27. They're a high volume, low efficiency 3-point shooting
Yeah.
team.
So I mean, that's where it's like 3-point shooting. It's not gonna save everybody.
And I know it's a math game and people want the possessions with everything, but like again, I think that's about knowing your team.
Mhm.
I'd rather grind it out and make most of my opportunities if I know we ain't that talented.
Yeah. I just think
Because if I speed it up, I'm giving the other opponent more opportunities too.
yeah.
Yep.
And most bad teams really are bad because they can't fucking guard.
Yeah.
And the more opportunity. So yeah, it's a great conversation. I don't think has a right or wrong
Bro, and,
answer. I think that's the beauty of basketball is why we sit on Twitter, or I'm saying we as a basketball community, we sit on these platforms and we act like a lot of this shit is like one way. It's almost like parenting. You know what I mean? It's like there is really no one way to parent. There's a lot of different successful ways. Now there are some dumbass ways.
Yeah, please
to
don't
do
do
it.
this.
But you know, if you and him got different parenting styles, that both of y'all kids can still be loved, successful, and happy individuals. Same thing with coaching. You can have somebody super into the offensive philosophies and have success. You can have people into the defense. You can shoot a lot of threes. You can be a half-court offense. You can play with tempo. You can slow it down. You can be physical. You know what I mean? Like it's just so many different ways. That's why it's always funny to see the day and age where everybody is just like, no.
Yeah.
No. It's funny.
Can't be too analytical. Just enjoy the game.
Then you start having motherfuckers talking about block it in bounds.
Block it and bound. Bill Russell did it in the 60s, man.
Block it in
That's why he the GOAT.
bounds. How many times you seen him do it? Oh, okay.
Twice.
Do the Spurs need De'Aaron Fox? Speaking of Twitter. It's not none of these cap and no caps are my
they
opinions. I'm
need
taking
him?
what the people are saying.
Absolutely, they need him.
Absolutely.
Need?
No cap.
Hell yeah, they fucking need
Are you
him.
kidding me? Wemby
I'm
Yama's
thinking
gonna be
about. I'm
out.
considering the question.
Okay.
They no cap need.
You
De'Aaron
kept
Fox.
asking me, so I gave you my answer. You know what I mean?
And the reason we say
You
that
trained me.
with Wemby being down, without him, I mean, we just relying on a rookie and a sophomore guard.
That's
hold us down.
ain't there right now.
That's very fair. Yeah.
And I think that question only comes from like them looking good without him for the small sample size where I've seen a lot of people talking about it, but nah, they need him.
Yeah, you
they
need that
need
creation.
him.
As good as Wemby is, he still needs a guard who can break down and manipulate a defense and create shots.
Yeah, and I think we've seen what teams are planning to do, which is like we're either doubling Wemby, like or keeping him far away from the basket as possible. De'Aaron Fox is going to be one of the better players that's just being able to alleviate that. Like, you can't just give De'Aaron Fox a bunch of room and not expect him to do nothing.
I want to tie in something else to this too, because the next one is Spurs related. Should we worry about Vic and his injuries, cap or no cap? Tie them all together.
No cap, because last year was a freak. I mean, it was just blood clots. There was nothing he could really do about that. And this one's just a little calf strain. It's not. He hasn't really had anything major that I would consider something I should be worried or freaked out about.
I'm a
Mr. Proactive.
what's it called? What was the question? So I can
Should
give
we
the
be
right-
worried about Wemby's injuries?
This is a no cap. I mean, for him and the player he is at 7'5", I think you just always worried about
Always
long-term
got a
health.
bad eye at it. Yep.
So anything with like a calf or anything, I'm really concerned about.
I'm trying to look at every injury he's had so far in his career. He had a stretch fracture in his fibula when he was 16.
Oh, I was going to say, when did he have that in the NBA?
I started reading it and
Yeah.
then continued, and it said at 16. I'm like, hold on. So how about since his NBA career has started, some tightness, a sore ankle sprain, bruised knee, lower back, like Derrick illness, like like Darrick mentioned, the big one is the deep vein thrombosis, which is something there's nothing he could have really done about it. So I guess I would say, damn, you can't sit on the fence in the cap or no cap. So you got to make a definite answer. I'm going to say cap because nothing has been really major of his own doing, but also with you being 7'4", 7'4" don't exist in the NBA for very long traditionally. So
That's why it's a no cap for me.
Mm-hmm.
But we wishing him well, obviously.
100%.
Yeah.
Cade Cunningham is the best player in the East, cap or no cap. Y'all can tell I was on Twitter grabbing a lot of this shit.
I saw
Cap.
somebody ask, oh, go ahead.
I mean, it's Giannis.
Yeah, okay.
I
Easy.
I didn't have to.
No, I like it.
I don't have to
Cap
question
or no
it.
cap is supposed to have some of these be like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
But
Giannis.
I did see somebody ask, is Donovan Mitchell the best American player in the world?
Yeah. Right now.
Right now. And it's like,
Sure.
I mean, yeah, maybe so far this season. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't think that's that crazy. I think Bron ain't played just yet. Kevin Durant is. Definitely wouldn't use the word
Anthony
struggled,
Edwards
but
been struggling.
struggle for his own capabilities.
Yeah.
So it might be Donovan Mitchell today. It might not be Donovan Mitchell next week. But it's kind of crazy even.
That's because, Tatum, Hallie.
Yep.
There's
There's a lot of injuries right now.
As would y'all say Donovan? Who's been Donovan or Cade Cunningham? Is Cade from? Cade's from America. I didn't know. Because
No, he's Slovenian.
You ain't know
Yeah.
Cunningham got a little Spanish too.
I
No,
mean,
Cade is an American-born player.
it's between them two.
We underestimated the Raptors, and B.I., RJ, and Barnes can totally coexist.
They were the biggest question mark coming into the season for me. I didn't know how it would look on court, so I would say no cap.
Yeah, they've been really good, especially after that first week or so.
fucking finish.
Oh, I thought that was the end of
Yeah,
it.
he didn't let me finish.
Because
you started talking.
Oh, my bad. Both of us thought it was the end of the question.
I know. I just went because you went.
Yeah, you win because you win.
My fault. Big mouth ass. Let me stop.
Can they coexist on a high-level playoff team? They can coexist, we seeing it. But
Yeah.
can this turn into a high-level playoff team where they are right now? The third in the East?
Yeah, third in
Can
the
this
East.
be like what it is?
I
I don't
think,
know if that changed too much for your answer, but
No, I still think they can because the way they play basketball with the pace and they like to rebound the ball and move it, and I think there's a recipe there that you're seeing that they like to turn their defense into offense. And the way Scotty Barnes and Brandon Ingram has played, and Emmanuel Quigley and RJ, like everybody, we was questioning at the beginning when would they all play good together, and now they're starting to all play good together and quickly shooting the ball better. And I just love Brandon Ingram said that he said, I got like 2 more levels I can get to. So like him personally is addressing the fact that he knows that there's 2 more levels that he can hit. That just scares me because he just played an amazing game last night.
Yep.
So the fact that he's saying that he got some more that he could tap into, that means that I think the ceiling's really high for this team.
Shout out to him. You mentioned all those names. You ain't mentioned Sandro Mamushvili.
I did
He's
not.
been amazing.
Former Spur, your team.
Met him in Utah.
Great guy.
Y'all remember that?
Yep.
I don't remember meeting him.
I don't. Well, you were there, but I don't.
We
I
was
think
shopping.
Pierre's the only person that really talked to him.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I would say because you mentioned the playoff thing, I'm gonna say cap I struggle based on the small sample size that we have to kind of picture that and like winning a 7-game series. Now, obviously, it's all situational, who they go against, what seed they in, obviously. But based on the sample size we have, it's been so fun. I took their over to start the season. I feel very good about that. But as far as playoffs, I think there's a lot they need to show me more for me to look at them as a real playoff team.
Yeah, and I want to give them all the credit because they are the 3rd seed. I think they're taking the benefits of this East, having a lot of teams that are just not kind of hit their stretch yet. I mean, we mentioned that they already have 5 teams, like the 11 through 15 seed. Those teams are really bad. And then they have teams that are like the Magic and, other teams that haven't really hit their stride.
GMing is more important than coaching in the NBA. Cap or no cap?
No cap. Because I think that if you continue to deal coaches bad hands, and then you see the constant coach turnaround where they keep firing the coach, but then the GM goes out there and they construct a bad roster for the coaches to deal with. So like, I think if you give a mid-tier coach a good roster, they can do something with it. But if you give a
good coach a mid-tier team,
they could take it far. Like that's a championship team. But if you give a good coach a bad roster, it's just a bad roster, and there's nothing that he could do.
You confused the hell out of me.
You did.
Because I
thought I was with you,
I was
and
going
then I
your
lost
way
it.
at first. So you're saying the GM is more important because if you give a subpar coach a good team, it can still work.
Yeah.
But if you give an amazing coach some bullshit because of a bad GM,
it's just going to be some bullshit.
It's just going to be some bullshit. Right. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
What's the threshold?
That if you give
who the best coach in basketball right now?
Eric Spoelstra, maybe.
If you gave Eric Spoelstra the Nets, how many wins they get?
Same amount of wins.
No, he's coaching them. Jordy's a good coach, I think. So actually, what's the gap between Jordy and Eric Spoelstra? I guess.
I mean, we haven't seen.
They're going to be bad.
Mm-hmm.
The final answer, but we've seen him level up. Like this team right now that they're playing, I don't think we look because no Bam,
no offense,
no Bam, no Tyler Hero. They're way better than we expected. I think a lot of that
still
is
talented than the.
Oh, you're way more. I'm not even thinking about the Nets.
And we also talking about a Heat team that he's instilled a lot of this shit into. He's had Jovic for years, Hami for years. This is Wiggins' second year, Ware second year. He's had,
and they have somewhat of a subpar GM.
They get certain guys, by the way, too.
And also,
I think we look at coaches based off what they do with great teams, not the other way around. Like nobody, we all, because we're not casuals, we know Will Hardy can get it in. Will Hardy becomes a great national coach if he was the coach of the Knicks and they started to win. He's not going to be looked at as one of the best coaches in the NBA by coaching the fucking Jazz and making them look competent when they should be ass. He is going to become Will Hardy notoriety when he's coaching a team that is going to be in the playoffs and be full scaled. You get it? Like, does that make sense?
No, yeah, for sure.
I don't think no coach got his name by coaching a bad team really good. It's about like Eric Spoelstra was able to do the shit with the big three, and we know him based off that. And it does help his legacy to take the little Miami Heat teams and get the most out of them. But I think, we look at, can you win with that great shit?
Yeah.
To simplify the question, as a fan of an organization, I would rather have a great GM and an average coach.
Me too.
Versus a great coach and an average GM.
Yeah.
1,000%.
So give me that 100%.
1,000%. I've seen that. I think Willie Green is a good coach, but I think Willie Green with bad GM is fired.
Yeah. It's hard not to go with the GM for this one because again, how are you gonna coach what's on court if the stuff on court ain't worth coaching?
You feel me?
And if I have a system that I want to implement, and you constantly will give me players who don't fit my system.
Right.
It don't. We not aligned. You're a GM and you're a coach.
As a coach, what the fuck am I supposed to do if we ain't got our 2026 first round pick? I was supposed to have AJ DeBonson. You tell my son, don't worry, just coach the team.
I wonder how many okay coaches got the benefit of a great GM, and we look at them as top tier, but low key they weren't really on that shit.
Well, based off what the Memphis Grizzlies acted like, they was trying to say that was Taylor Jenkins. But now, the Grizzly fans will tell you that the problem is Kleiman, their GM. So
Like, what if I know he is, but what if Mark Daigneault's just not
That's
a good
what I was about to
coach,
say.
really?
Sam
But
Presti
he
is one
got
of the
Sam
best.
Presti, so
Sam Presti is one of the best GMs you can have.
Because Scott Brooks
He
was
is
damn
the-
sure one of them guys in the KD era.
But I really do like Daigneault, so I don't want to put him in that book.
Yeah, no, I think he is a good coach.
No, yeah, he's earned that because he's won the champion. He showed
Yeah.
because
And that defensive culture, that starts with coaching.
I think most of coaching is
what
like
about Mitch Johnson?
getting people bought in. I don't know enough about Mitch Johnson yet to know
Yeah,
if he's a good
Yeah,
coach.
it's his
or
first
a bad
year, but
coach.
it's like Mitch Johnson could just
Brad
walk
Stevens
into
are like, forget that coaching stuff. I'm up top.
real talk, which I don't blame him
Facts.
for. He was like, yeah, this NBA coaching is different in college.
Less
But
wear
like
and tear on
Mitch
your
Johnson
brain.
walks into Wemby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No disrespect, because I like Mitch Johnson, but you know,
Or like Steve Kerr. Some people question if he's a good coach.
People do question
every
about
fucking phone call I get with my dad when the Warriors ain't good is Steve Kerr being a fraud to him.
But I will say he did implement a winning system that kind of changed the NBA. Like the movement shooting, and he just had two of the best shooters of all
Yeah,
time.
somebody did draft Steph Curry, and that helps.
Yeah, that coach before Steve Kerr was also the one
Mark
that was
Jackson,
saying
yeah.
that they are that before we took notice.
Hey,
That's
that hurt
fucking crazy.
When he be watching, when he used to broadcast the games to him, be
While they
watching
play-
stuff,
yeah.
she used to hurt. Used
But
to hurt
that-
my
that's
soul.
fucking. You're supposed to empower and have confidence in your players, but he called them the greatest shooting backcourt before that shit resonated at all.
Yeah.
Which is like,
A lot of this shit just ends up being luck.
what you mean?
Because it made me think that the Warriors traded Steph Curry. And the Bucks was like, no, give us Monte instead. And they were like, okay.
Yeah.
Like they didn't know that they had a generational player just sitting there.
Yeah, no.
They got lucky that the Bucks was like, fuck it, we'd rather have Monte Ellis.
Yeah.
So they get credit, but then also it's like, yeah, but you almost shipped them off. You get credit because he had bad ankles, and then you got the money to get Kevin Durant.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget
Stars
Klay
have-
Thompson came in there.
Now
Star-
they did draft Clay, they did
Stars
draft
have
Dre,
to
they did
align.
everything had to be perfect.
Stars align. Yep.
And I think that maybe that's the case for every profession. Damn it, it ain't like we the greatest podcast. The stars aligned for us to.
Oh,
end
we
up
were just
in-
on it early. You motherfuckers was late to the party. Last two. Knipple makes you confident enough to move on from LaMelo if the injuries continue. Cap or no cap? I know it's
that's
such an
cap.
early
Yeah.
portion.
That's cap just because I don't see Knipple being my full-time one.
No.
It's just that like you feel confident that you still have stuff there. Like
Oh,
before, it felt
yeah.
like if they traded LaMelo, they were damn near starting fresh.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
I would say no cap.
No cap then. Because then you have Brandon Miller, Knipple,
Do you?
Ryan Calkin.
Do you have Brandon Miller?
Ryan
Have you
Calvin.
had Brandon Miller?
We need B Mills.
You
out
called
there.
it. You called it.
But yeah, no, I think you got something there.
I'm gonna say Cap. They play really well together, and that's enough for me to want to keep it together. Now you say if the injuries persist,
Yes.
then that makes it difficult. But I'm just gonna say based on what we know
You
right
just
now.
made your own fucking questions.
I'm just saying because we just don't know if the injury is gonna persist.
But this one's saying it will if it does, because that's what we consistently have
That's
Then
seen.
it.
I guess
how I
no
answer.
Cap.
I'm gonna go no cap.
I mean, what do we have to think that the injuries wouldn't? I love LaMelo, but I'm just,
It's fair.
That's
but
why I think it goes
then there's
even
no real
bigger than.
conversation because it just turns into no cap.
I think it goes even bigger than just
Yeah,
Knipple, honestly.
we cutting off his mic. He can't talk. But no, I do think that they've played really good together.
What did your hat say, KB? Support independent what?
You not tapped
Hoop
in?
media. Oh.
You not tapped in?
I just didn't see the word.
I
support
guarantee you don't
independent
follow
hoop
that
media.
page.
I needed you to read it to
I
him.
probably don't.
Yeah.
He couldn't read.
And no, he doesn't. I looked at the follow.
For real?
Yeah. No, I'm just talking.
I'm
That's-
gonna say
it's
what the
nice
fuck?
hat. Nice
That's
hat.
random. He's just looking at the
This
followers.
Darrick follow ball accounts, yes or no?
Warriors regret not getting Lauri marketing.
What was they
Yeah, because
asking
they
for
let
again?
Draymond Green be a determining factor on
Draymond
GM.
say, man, we don't want that shit.
Well, Draymond also believes Podziemski is the future of the Golden State Warriors.
Nah.
So, of course,
I don't think
that's
he believed that shit. I think he was one of the people that rolled the eyes when they said that in the
Because he
locker room.
said, yeah, we didn't get him because now it opens up a little bit more. Klay Thompson, yada, yada, yada. Man, fuck that. Larry marketing over there, we look at the Warriors so much different. Are you kidding me? Kuminga was starting to look good, and then he got 12 minutes. He lost favor in 2
And
weeks.
this team
But they
needed-
also wouldn't have Jimmy, though.
Hey, fine. You think Jimmy breaking down these fucking doors for the Warriors? Do you look at them different? Do you think they're a contender right now?
Why you say it like that? Mm-mm.
I just got to call it spade.
And
a
if I'm
spade.
not mistaken, the Golden State Warriors, and y'all please correct me if I'm wrong, they thought about Lauri Markkanen before the $40 million a year. So you would have been able to potentially have both either way.
Yeah.
So,
But what they would have given Lauri?
that's a very good question. Do you pay him as a $45 million man? Maybe.
I mean, they gave Jimmy that money immediately.
Yeah.
But I also think like they
gave Jimmy 60.
they could use somebody, and it was supposed to be Jimmy, but they have times where it's like Steph's out. They're just resting their starters, and they lose to a really bad team. It's like that team is totally different from the team that just beat the Spurs back-to-back times.
100%.
So it's like they have one of those big ranges too.
I look at that Jimmy contract and I'd be like,
Ew.
60 for his 60 for his production? Like,
I know you got something. Save that for another episode, great, because it can exist.
Yeah.
Okay. I cannot believe that video of the dude in New Orleans with Jimmy Butler, bro.
So
That shit
is so corny.
blew
Let me
my
tell you
mind.
something that
I
will
thought it
blow-
was fake for a
let me
minute.
tell you something that will blow your mind even worse.
Mm-hmm.
I posted and said this somebody's son or something. Can you believe somebody DM'd me, who I think is a viewer of the show, and was like defending the dude?
That's nuts.
that's crazy.
That's nuts.
You can't defend that type of nut shit.
Yeah, he no, he losing us money, blah blah.
Fuck that.
I completely said get a job.
You gotta,
He said I got one, blah blah blah. I said get a better one.
because your integrity as a human has to come over your money. Like he's asking him, I put 30 perks on you. Like, what? Like what? That shit don't even make
did
sense.
he say what he bet Jimmy
So,
for?
okay, wait, let's get full context to this.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler, they're in New Orleans because they have a game there,
Yeah.
and Jimmy Butler's like
Walking down the street,
walking
with
down the
coffee.
street, got some headphones in, yada, yada, yada. Dude raised down his window and just start talking nut shit to Jimmy Butler about a parlay that didn't hit because Jimmy didn't do whatever. It's just, it's mind blowing to me because people, I don't know.
That's also why I don't like that the NBA gave a warning to Draymond Green, because what y'all are doing is y'all pacifying people to do this nut ass shit. Now, granted, that was an arena in-game situation, but a lot of y'all motherfuckers getting bold. And I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not gonna feel bad when one of these 6'7", 6'8" motherfuckers put hands on your ass. I'm not gonna. It's just like I seen a thing yesterday on Twitter where it went viral that this girl met her online boyfriend, but she never told him she was in a wheelchair. And so she's showing him, like, be there. They met up at the airport or whatever. And his face is just giving off but it's like, he ain't wrong. It ain't nothing to do with her being in a wheelchair, but he should have been able to known that.
That's a Family Guy episode right there.
You kind of set him up a little bit, you know what I mean? And I ain't want to be insensitive because I was for the tweet, like, now he'd be wrong if he told you to kick rocks.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But I was like, let me not,
You know
because I
what?
know
I mean,
Twitter gone.
who even knows if that, there's a world where you told him when y'all first met and he doesn't care. But it's the shock value of not knowing something like that.
Yeah.
For sure. You know what I mean?
That's a big thing to just like surprise someone with.
Mm-hmm. Surprise, I got 4 kids. You know, to
Yeah,
somebody
exactly.
that you've been dating online for 8
that-
months.
I told y'all, man, I was talking to this girl for a little bit, and then we went on a date. She said, I got to tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like 6 months pregnant, or like I don't think it was that bad, but she was like, I just found out I'm pregnant recently. I'm like, I wish she would have kind of told me.
You never told me that.
I did tell you that.
Yeah, I know. I remember
you
that
did?
story.
I think I told y'all that, but she told me like she was pregnant on her first date, and I'm like, you know what? I wish she would have just kind of told me that.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Because
You let me take you on a date and you got a fucking kid in you?
Because I got
Split the bill 3 ways?
No.
Okay.
But it's like, man,
Where was the
that's a
date at?
sensitive issue too. So it's not like I can't just be disregarding or whatever.
yeah.
But that's my point. People do that and they put people in situations, but then you're the bad guy for also having emotions. It's like a one-way street of like.
There's a world where she didn't tell you for months though, because she probably won't show for a little bit.
Yeah.
So you could have been thinking it's about to be your boo, and then you turn into a stepdad without even thinking that you. Because if you get so far in a relationship and you messing with this girl, it would be really hard to just turn that off.
But luckily, you got friends like us that would have told him turn that shit off.
And also, I guess like withholding information can sometimes be just as bad as lying.
Yeah.
It is lying.
Yeah, it is lying.
To a certain degree, it's lying.
It's lying without actually lying. Like,
Yeah,
you're not
especially
saying it.
if we love each other and are on the verge of loving each other. Something big. Now, if it's some little shit and a motherfucker just trying to find some shit to be mad about, okay, whatever. But kids,
There was a Suzanne sent me this video last night and maybe y'all seen it because it got hella likes and hella views, of this woman and her husband who haven't talked to each other in 2 weeks. Did y'all see that video?
No.
Mm-mm.
Where she gives the backstory that says like one day her husband picked her up from work, but she was feeling really nauseous. They went out to eat, but she wasn't really hungry. So she was kind of being a little reserved because she didn't feel well. They got home, and instead of spending time with him, she went upstairs to like lay down because she wasn't feeling well. And he said, he asked her like, do you want me to leave you alone? And she said, yeah. And he was like, you should never tell your husband to leave you alone. And he blocked her on Instagram, on Twitter, on everything. And they live in the same house, sleep in the same bed. And they haven't talked in 2 weeks.
No, I have not seen this. You should never
tell your
That
husband.
set up ass question, man. That's bogus.
It's like, I've told my wife before, yes, I want to be like, leave me alone right now.
And you know it.
Like,
yeah.
I don't think that's that crazy, especially if you're not feeling well.
But that's why you have to realize who you're committing your life to. If somebody has
Blocking your wife on Instagram is fucking nuts.
yeah, if you have
I know
somebody,
girlfriend, and wife.
wife.
yeah, I
same
wouldn't even block
house.
my girlfriend, but a wife, that's crazy.
You have to walk into the same house.
First and
see them,
foremost,
and
I'm
they're
not
blocked.
blocking anybody that is the parent of my child.
Yeah.
We're not.
they do have
we're
kids.
past that level once we have a kid together of blocking. But anyway, yeah, if your ego is that fragile that a motherfucker, because as somebody who's been in a relationship, to KB's point, you know, I don't mind where my girl just want to go to Target by herself. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. You deserve it. I'm annoying sometimes. Go ahead. And sometimes you just want to be by yourself. Sometimes
100%,
you just
yeah.
been a block by yourself.
And it ain't like
good.
she was like, forget you, I'm going to the movie. Like she
Yeah,
said,
I
like,
ain't feeling well.
I'm not feeling well. I feel like I got to throw
That's
up.
why,
Like,
when I hear shit like that, it kind of makes me think that there was something else underneath it.
Yeah, if-
Which is
yeah,
like, I'm
100%.
gonna wait for something to come up that's small so I can make a big deal out of it. You know, I always think about that.
it's either he a psychopath or like this was building between
Yeah,
them.
like that was the
for a
straw
while.
that broke the camel's
Yeah,
back.
but-
You'd
So
be
who
surprised
knows?
how many people are with motherfuckers who just are fragile like that.
Yeah.
I just can imagine
Insecure.
being that fragile.
I don't know. If you sleep in the same, you don't turn around and say good morning. You know what I'm saying? You come home from work, you be like, how your day be? Like nothing. You just going on about your,
How you even go that much time
and you
without like
have
needing?
you have kids.
I'm with Mike.
It's like
I'm with Mike. If I'm married to a person and a situation like this happen, we go the third day. I'm like, listen.
that's what I'm saying. You gonna reconcile or
The
something.
third day, you got to pack your shit up, or
It's either
yeah.
we either getting back together
Oh,
or
we not.
we
But
done.
that third day is a stretch because
Yeah, that's a long time.
walk around me for
I'm
7
thinking-
hours.
I'm thinking the next day, like shit.
Yeah.
I'm
we
not a
good?
motherfucker. You could just not. I'm gonna make you talk,
Yeah.
And
The
she's-
married couple next door to me, I think they
not
just,
make you talk, but you get what I'm saying.
I think they
boy.
I think the married couple next to me recently separated.
but still live together.
No, like he's just gone. Yeah, he left with the kids.
Damn.
And I'm like,
What if one day you hear? Because I'm guessing y'all probably live right next to each
Yeah.
other. What if one day you hear? Well, go fuck that dude next door. Since you keep comparing me to him, that's what you want. You want that big dude next door. He don't look like he
just
should
see
either.
emails like
All you do is sit around at home. He don't even leave every day. He ain't got no job. But if that's what you want, I'll go get him for you. Huh? You fucking him?
the emails telling Angie like, you know what, Angie, I seen on the news they said it's safe to keep your door unlocked around here now. They're hoping some shit break in. That's some crazy, but that shit would piss me off. Talking about you want the dude next door to you.
Bro, that would blow my fucking mind. That would blow me. That would blow me.
yeah, because how I get involved?
Exactly. Like, I ain't doing shit.
That shit- now you finna get me in trouble. Oh,
That's
man.
hilarious. That's all I got, though, man. Another great edition of the Numbers on the Board Tuesday episode. We will be seeing y'all again on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then tomorrow for your NOTB break, you have yours truly for Teed Up. So make sure you tune in to that Enjoy Hour for the rest of the week. And we will be back with this group of guys on Thursday. We will see y'all. We're gone. Be safe. If you're in Chicago or the Midwest, bundle up.
It's
Put your
getting
coat on.
cold.